In the Christmas justice system, naughty-based offenses are considered especially heinous. In the North Pole, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Naughty Crimes Division. These are their stories.
It's a Christmas crime.
All right.
A delightful caper.
That was really good.
Executive producer Rick Christmas Coyote.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Jester's Court. I am your Christmas keeper, Sky Swanson, and I am joined by Casey Reardon,
Jeremy, the jolly elf robot and eggnog-making engine.
I am joined by Rachel Kordell,
P. Honeypot, your expert in everything naughty and nice.
Jonas Tintenseher,
I'm playing Phoebe Morganstern. Good yontif.
Andrew Frosty,
Major Eilert von Zinn, veteran of the Great Rat War of 1892.
beautiful, and Seth, Coveyou in a blanket with a nice hot chocolate.
And I play Detective Peppermint Schnapps, Santa's little village's grittiest detective.
Beautiful.
And town drunk.
So, last time we introduced ourselves to the Naughty Crime Division, a police force that works at the North Pole Police Department that investigates particularly naughty crimes. From there, you guys went to the apartment of one Ginger Frosty after learning they had gone missing that day. Before that, two other elves had gone missing, one Twinkle Snowball and one Professor Gingersnap Nativity. And then after that, the day before this, Santa themselves had gone missing. Now that you guys are brought in, you discovered a few things. One, tracks leading away from the back of the house, a cryptic note left by the reindeer, and then also you figured out where he worked. Jeremy and P. Honeypot went to investigate the construction site and his job, discovering that Ginger was having a flare with one singer named Perky Plum Glove, who works at the Fairy Whistle. Phoebe and the Major went to the stables with the reindeer, where they discovered a seedy underground reindeer bar, and they met with the Don of the Reindeer, Blitzen, who gave them some information after a surprising entrance from Phoebe. But it did not end very well, as Major took a punch to the gut and was quickly ushered out. And finally, we ended on Peppermint Schnapps in the dark woods as they were attacked by an enormous two-headed snowman. So, of course, we're going to pick up right where everyone wants us to, with Jeremy and P. Honeypot, of course. We get a little title there, which is, you guys go to the Fairy Whistle now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we get the Fairy Whistle. At this point, it's probably like 2 p.m.
I'm sorry. I know you're running this game, but I gotta say you're pronouncing it wrong.
How am I supposed to pronounce it?
The fairy whistle?
Yeah.
It's the fairy whistle, isn't it?
Did I not say that? Oh, I'm
Whistle.
so sorry.
It is the fairy whistle.
You all head to the Fairy Whistle.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, good.
That's
good,
better.
good.
You head to the Fairy Whistle. You actually, outside it, you hear somebody go, "Man, I sure like the Fairy Whistle," and they just get the crap beat out of them. It's too violent for you guys to stop.
P, I don't know if I can pronounce it correctly. I do not have a mouth.
Don't say it.
I'll try my best.
Beautiful. You guys head inside this it's a pretty large bar. There's not a lot of drinking establishments at the North Pole. But this one's a pretty decent sized place. It's a It's a little smoky in there. They allow indoor smoking just because it's too cold to step outside for a cigarette there. And there's not many patrons. Upon entering, you see there's a long bar that wraps around one end. There's several tables set up throughout it, and even a section for booths. And at the far end is a small stage where a woman is singing to the audience. She has a lovely voice and is singing a slow version of somebody give me a good Christmas song here.
I mean, you're missing the obvious one.
I'll be home
she's
for
singing
Christmas.
Santa Baby.
Oh yeah, no,
She's
she's
definitely
singing
singing Santa Baby.
You're right. Well, this is why I want to open up to you guys. She's singing Santa Baby just so like lusciously
Sultry.
sultry. She's being super sultry. Anyway, you guys enter. You recognize immediately that I can see your messages.
Sorry.
It's all good. It just pops up for me. But anyway, you all head inside. Who would you like to talk to? You see there's the bartender, there's a couple patrons around, and then there is Perky Plum Glove.
Jeremy,
I think we should split up.
split up. Sure. I guess who would you like to talk to?
I'll go see what the barkeep has to say.
Okay. Then I will go talk to Plum or Perky Plum.
Well, she's still performing. Perhaps we should wait until she's done.
Well, I mean, naturally.
Okay. So you approach the bartender. You probably know their name. You know, you might have gone to the bar with Peppermint before. You know, your separation.
Mm-hmm.
Their name is Licorice Pickleball. And you also know that Peppermint is a frequent goer of this establishment.
Hi there, Licorice.
Oh, hey, Jeremy, right?
Yes, I am Jeremy.
It's good to see you. What can I get for you?
Oh, no thanks. I brought my own. And I pull on one of the antennae of my ear, and eggnog pours out my nose.
It's just getting everywhere. What are you doing?
No, a little cup pops out of my chest and collects
That's so cute. Do you offer it to him, or do you drink it? Do you just refill the tank instantly?
Yeah, my just rectangle of a mouth slides open. Like there's a little drawer there, and I just kind of pour it back in.
Licorice just sort of shivers. It's just like, ugh.
All right. Well, if you're not drinking anything, what can I do for you?
I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about this lovely singer that you have here.
Oh, you mean Perky? Yeah, she's been singing with us for a long time now.
Yeah, I heard
can you be more specific?
I heard she was having a little fling with someone. An elf named Ginger.
Well, I mean, Perky is, she's a free-spirited woman. She, there's not just one, and she does her, usually when the bar's closing up, she might find a little company. Something along those lines. There was this one guy recently who just kept coming back. I forget his name right now.
Did they get into an argument?
He sort of like raises his eyebrow at you. You are going to need to give like a little bit of incentive here for him to give you any more information than that. I'm just gonna let you know that right now.
I refill the cup with eggnog.
Yeah, give your dog, bro.
You refill it with your eggnog. He sort of like raises an eyebrow and go ahead and roll manipulate someone.
Great, I still have a -1, so this will
yes,
work great.
you still have the -1
from last
for
week.
this scene.
Yeah. Manipulate someone is charm, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Because I rolled a 4. I have a -1 from the ability, and I have a -1 to my charm. So that's going to be a 2.
Oh my god. He just looks at your eggnog dispenser with such disgust. he just walks away from you. He goes like,
Wait,
he's like,
but licorice.
I gotta go clean something.
and he just walks away from you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Rachel, P. Honeypot, you approach the singer. Do you wait for her to finish, or do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would wait for her to finish. I wouldn't
It's-
interrupt her set.
A lovely rendition of the song. She has a beautiful, gorgeous voice. And when she finishes, there's a couple patrons in there. They all give, a light applause there. Someone gives like a wolf whistle. There's a nice little reaction to her closing up there. And she sort of steps to the side, grabs a drink and sips on it gently. And she's about to head back up to the stage.
I would try to approach her in that moment that she is
She sort of raises an eyebrow and she goes, "Can I help you?"
Yes, hi, Perky. My name is P. Honeypot with the NCD, right?
She sort of stiffens slightly as you mentioned the NCD. Is like, I hope I didn't do nothing.
Oh, no. Actually, I was looking to see if you knew anything about a, excuse me, in my notes here, a ginger frosty?
She sighs and rolls her eyes like, "Yes, I know Ginger. We had an on and off thing going.
I see.
But I ended things with him recently."
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear about that.
Mhm. Why are you asking about Ginger?
Well, unfortunately, he's gone missing. As you know, with the recent disappearances,
Oh
he-
dear.
unfortunately was the next one, and I was hoping to see if you knew anything about him personally.
I mean, we was, acquaintances, if you get my drift there. We met a couple of times. Go ahead and roll manipulate someone on this one.
Sure thing.
Perky's from the South Pole, huh?
Yeah, she's from the South Pole. Now, if somebody asked, that was going to come up.
She's from the Antarctic.
I'm from the Antarctic with the penguins.
Okay, I got an 9. Cool.
Yeah, 9? Okay,
Yes.
then.
Double 4s, baby.
Oh no, my thing closed down. Jonas, what does a 7 and 9 do?
You need to do something for them right now.
Right on.
You can better roll. You can maybe promise them something or do something, a token. But 7 and 9, you need to prove it.
Yeah, so you gotta show that you're putting your best foot forward here, or just extra incentive for them to go in on this.
Yeah, it also says if you ask them too much, they'll tell you what, if anything, it would take for them to do it. Am I reading that right?
Mm-hmm.
They will tell you what, if anything, it would take.
I think there's maybe a look that you're given in this where you give away that you're a little on edge about the, it's Christmas Eve. The pressure is on to figure out what is going on right now.
Mm.
So you give away a little bit that you're a tiny bit desperate for this information. She sort of raises her eyebrow and goes, "Well, I might know something, but," and she sort of looks both ways and like, "What's in it for me there? I'm just giving you free information."
Well, I mean, it would certainly help solve the crime, and hopefully it would lead to finding Santa. I mean, I'm not really sure what kind of compensation that I can give you, but it would certainly help us find missing elves, not even just Ginger.
She makes sort of like a tisking noise, and she's like, that old fat man, he ain't done nothing for us in a long time there. I'm talking about a little tit for tat, a little favor."
Would you like some eggnog?
Oh God! And she looks down, and you're just there on the ground. What? Oh, you one of those living toys, ain't you?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is my associate Jeremy.
Nice to meet you, Jeremy.
I wave.
Listen,
Hello.
I got into a little bit of trouble last week with a little illicit peppermint, if you know what I'm saying. A little snow.
Ah, yes, the nose peppermint.
it burns.
Could make that disappear off of my record, I might be willing to talk a little bit more. Without that pressure weighing down on me from it.
Well, as someone who knows very much about being naughty and nice, I could probably do something about that.
All right, with that, she looks you up and down, and she just sort of nods slightly and goes, well, I mean, Ginger was in a bit of a tight place. He had a bit of a gambling debt racked up from those deer. He had a bit of a problem. He had a good heart, but I don't know, that gambling addiction was driving him. And she sort of like looks around, she leans in, and she's like, he did say he had a plan, though. He wouldn't tell me the specifics, but it had something to do with that professor fellow. The one who went missing. That was before Ginger enacted his plan. I don't think Ginger had anything to do with him disappearing. But he said he might have some leverage over him, as he put it. I didn't want to hear nothing more than that, because I don't want to get involved in that sort of thing. But
leverage over the professor?
Over the professor and something about that. Look, I didn't want to know anymore, because I kept telling him, don't do that. Just, work the debt off. Do it right. I don't want to get involved in anything like that.
And the plan was to get rid of the debt?
Yeah, it's something to do with the professor. I think he was trying to work money out of the professor, something like that. Sounded like he might have had something on him.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you. That was very insightful. Jeremy, do you have any questions? Other questions?
I do not.
Okay. So with that, you guys have your new lead there.
I have a question for you, Sky. Do we have files on the other missing people?
Yes, you do. That was something, again, I apologize to you guys and to the listening audience. You guys have files on Twinkle Snowball and on Professor Gingerstap Nativity.
Okay, so, where would we go to learn about Professor Gingerstap?
I have a haven with a lore library.
Ooh.
Possibly help us in this situation.
You have his personal information already in this file. So while I do love the lore, I love the haven idea of going to access the lore library, you probably have what you need right here in the file. You could go and look up their name and see if you can find anything else interesting about them that's not listed here. So if we want to do that real fast as well, we could do that. But otherwise, you're probably fine with just the file.
So I guess let's look in the file first and see what we have.
In the file, you know that they worked for the factory itself, actually. They were a chemist of some sort that worked on toys. Actually, they were on the inventing side of it, though, developing new applications for different, sort of like those slime worms that you can make as a kid and whatnot. He invented those, actually.
Creepy crawlies.
Yeah, exactly. Where you pour in the mold and whatnot. He works sort of in that side of the what's it called? R&D, research and development. Yeah. So he would work in that side of it, and you know that his house was attacked, and there was a similar crime scene. It was swept, but you have his address as well.
Okay. That's probably where we're going to head next, then.
Okay, then.
The barkeep didn't have any useful information.
No.
No.
Oh.
There was no other reason than that. Just he had no information.
All right. Well, I guess then we'll just...
I think he might be mad at me.
Oh. Do you Want me to talk to him?
No, it's probably fine. He probably just talks a lot to Peppermint is all.
Oh,
Jeremy.
you actually,
No.
you see there's a photo of Peppermint up on the wall that just says #1 drinker.
Yeah, and you can like see that there's a tear mark on the side of it where Jeremy was cut out.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
definitely, there's
no.
somebody's
Or
arm.
you just see Jeremy as like an elf in the picture.
No, I think there was an arm wrapped around them, but there's
Yeah.
no one there. Like the photo is torn.
Oh no.
Well, the way I had pictured that relationship was it was fine until I died.
Mhm.
Yeah, and turned into this little robot guy. Because there was
Right.
you guys were married, and then it was like a year before you came back, wasn't it? Like there was
Yeah,
a
it was
significant
about a year.
time lapse. So
Yeah,
Peppermint
getting
had-
into the lore of Jeremy. Just,
Yeah,
I was
I
gonna
mean,
say,
we
this
gotta
is
get it
news
out.
to
We
our
gotta get it
listeners.
out.
yeah.
I
Well, there
wait.
you go.
Did I wait? Did I fucking Newt Gingrich you and just like, oh, they died, so I'm not. I don't love them anymore.
I think it was more you moved on. with
I
your
always
life.
thought that they were the robot in my. Okay.
No, I was an elf before.
They were an elf.
Oh, okay. Well, I knew you were something before, and then okay, sure.
The drink is getting to Peppermint's head. He doesn't
Yeah.
doesn't remember what came before.
You were always the robot. You just did the dishes. And you...
Oh my god!
I'm starting to think that relationship was toxic.
Jeremy,
Yeah,
Jeremy,
200
the
years,
part-
you know.
Unlike my delicious eggnog.
Just pulls the antenna again, fills up another cup. Delicious.
Delicious. Oh my god, it's so bad. But speaking of Peppermint though,
Oh.
the scene cuts to black there as you say these final words, and it lights up again. Woods. I think we said it was like, we'll say it's like 2:30.
Yeah.
And as we last left off, you were in a precarious situation, and I would like to know simply, how did you react to this, frankly, monster roaring at you? Did you freeze? Did you run? Did you fight back?
Okay. I screamed. I pictured a Scooby-Doo moment where, like, you just, hat stands on end, beard, like, curls.
Yeah.
And, you just get that horizontal, like, ah!
Yeah.
As the two-headed snowman is roaring. And then it's, like, split decision between pulling my... It's not a gun. It is a
It's a blaster.
What is it? What is it? It's a blaster. Oh,
it's
get
a
outta here.
modified marshmallow cannon
Oh, okay.
that shoots gumballs.
All right. I like it. Okay.
So,
So do you pull
So-
that?
Yeah, it's pretty much a candy gun. But it's gumballs, whatever.
All right.
So I pull that out and I just like take this, like, I don't know, because you kind of have to hold it like a Tommy gun, and you just
Yeah.
just go gumballs start shooting into
roll,
the
kick
snow-
some ass.
Yeah, kick some ass.
Yeah, I mean that's what the move is. It's so funny to me.
Kick some snow. I rolled a 7 on the die, and I think I get +1 from my tough.
Okay.
Do, and that's going to be an 8 total.
Okay, so on a success, you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. The amount of harm is based on the established dangers in the game. That usually means you inflict the harm rating of your weapon, and your enemy inflicts their attack's harm rating on you. So what is the harm rating on this?
Well, it's a modified gumshoe weapon, which is just their pistol, which is 2 harm, close,
Okay.
reload loud.
So you immediately whip it as if like on instinct. You've been a long time on the force. You whip this out and you just like just like
I love that
straight into their like snowman chest. And for those of you listening, and for you guys, I just want you to imagine like one of Calvin's from Calvin and Hobbes like snow goons. Like this
Yeah.
monster And you put these holes into it, and you just hear it suddenly go, "What are you doing? Why are you shooting me?" And it sort of like stumbles back, and it doesn't attack you. It doesn't inflict harm. It's still horrifying to look at. "Why are you shooting me?"
Ah, you screamed in my face!
"I was saying hello in my language."
I don't speak it. You looked like you were roaring at me. You were a roaring two-headed snowman.
"I am sorry, that is a traditional greeting in my language."
Okay, I mean... gee, I feel like a dick.
"What are
Sorry.
you doing out here all alone by yourself? It is a dangerous woods."
I was falling... Hey! Can you read this badge?
He
I
sort
saw
of
my
leans
cookie.
in there. "I'm out of your jurisdiction. I'm in the woods."
Oh, right, the woods is the end of my jurisdiction. Don't give me
that's-
any lips,
yeah,
no person.
That's not how that works. So, hey, I'm not the one who got shot. You are the one firing at me.
I know, and I'll shoot you again. No, I won't do that. Sorry. No, I feel really bad about the... Actually, can you help me pick them up? I gotta keep track of all of these.
He surprisingly helps you. You also watch as he scoops some snow up and just packs it into the holes.
Oh, can I help with that? Just like start putting like...
That is, that's a little weird. Don't.
I mean,
don't
it's a
do
bit
it. Don't,
intimate.
oh, okay.
don't pack
well,
my holes.
Technically, we're surrounded by what could ever be inside of you at any moment.
I don't need you to put
Does that
it
freak
inside
you out,
my
the
holes.
fact that like your flesh carpets our lovely country?
No, I mean it's just the
I'm gonna take a little drink. This has been unsettling.
Whoa! He like kind of reaches out a hand. He's like,
"Oh, would you like them?"
Yeah, please. And he drinks it, and he watches it just like a snow cone stains his like lip area. Basically, it doesn't melt it at all, but it just sort of stains that area. And he's like, that is good. You know, it is rare I get to drink. They are a little afraid of me in town. I can't imagine why.
Yeah,
which
head usually does the drinking? Or
as it's speaking, it's flipping back and forth between each one, but you see the left one takes the drink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
They sort of seem to be speaking unanimously, but like every couple of words, it switches back and forth between the two. "Why are you in the woods, though? What it is spooky out here, you know?"
I'm tracking a perpetrator of a kidnapping and possibly murder.
Oh, really? Now,
Who's the Naughty Crimes Division?
He's like sort of walking. I imagine he's like kind of walking you back towards the edge of the woods now.
Yeah, I see that.
He's like walking along. He's like, "Oh, who went missing?"
An elf by the name of Ginger Frosty.
You elves and your strange habits. You know, us snow people, we all just get along. You know, we're all made of the same stuff.
Yes.
Okay, just
very cool. You have a utopia in the snow.
I mean, it's not the utopia. We just there's not a lot of infighting amongst the snowmen. But I want you. I mean, do you want to ask this guy any questions or anything, or do you want to just let him lead you to the edge of the woods?
No, I'm gonna let him lead me, but I'm gonna keep up the line of questioning.
Okay.
Because they're curious, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, they're tracks that weren't made by reindeer hooves. I didn't see footprints, right? It's just this like drag, right?
Yeah, it's just this drag, basically.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, I would think that's like snowman at this point.
Yeah.
So you say that the snowmen are not violent. Why do I think I got snowman tracks?
I mean, what kind of tracks do you have? Do they look like mine? And you see it behind him is this like sort of perfectly cylindrical, like half cylinder drag where he's going along in the snow. Which doesn't quite match the uneven drag of dragging an elf.
I think it was made to look like it. Have you seen anything suspicious?
Could you roll for me? I guess he's friendly. So I think he's willing to help you out.
Really?
Even though you actually no, I want you to roll
Pretty charming, I guess.
roll manipulate someone. I'm gonna allow you to roll 3d6 though, and take the 2 higher.
3d6. Okay.
And this is after you shoot him. You probably would have gotten another one.
I
if you
know,
didn't.
right?
Yeah, you would have gotten 4d6.
And the audience was already against me with the weird dishwasher joke.
Well,
That was like, this is the scene where Peppermint dies and no one feels bad because he's got this like dated like partner principles or ideas from the 1950s or something. So I rolled 8 and then I get to roll another one. And that's another 3, so 9.
So 9
sorry,
total?
11.
Oh, 11. So just like total manipulate someone. Or it's not. I manipulate someone isn't the terminology I'd use here. It's just you're talking.
I was
You're
supposed
being
to roll
charmful.
3d6, right?
You were.
Okay, yeah. So that was just the die, and then I get +1 for charm. That's a
wow.
total-
Well, it was 3d6. Take the 2 highest.
Oh, okay. No, it's just an 8.
Okay then. Okay. So they'll give you this information, but they need like a little incentive, a little reassurance here. And as with like if you push to have me give you idea there, you can, or you just come up with something on your own.
I think this is very simple. I mean, I have the flask again, and it's just kind of like, did you see anything else suspicious? And I like offer the flask.
He sort of like he thinks about it, and then he reaches forward and takes it, and he takes a swig with the left, but the right talks at the same time. There, he's like, I did see. There's been some strange whispers in the wood and weird creatures out and about. The snowmen are less observant than we would like to be. It's a bit hard to see things when your eyes are made out of coal. And he laughs a little bit at his own line there. But
yeah, that's very relatable.
I did see something leaving a house on the edge of town the other day. I could show it to you if you would want. It seemed to be dragging something. Honestly, I'm a scary monster, but it scared me what was coming out of that place.
All right.
Okay.
I stick a like York peppermint patty looking thing on like where one of the coals of the snowman's buttons would be, but carved into that York peppermint patty is a deputy star.
Oh, I love it! You deputized him. Have you
You're
asked
with me, bub.
Well, can I get your name, by the way?
The name's Detective. Sorry. Let me get that flask again. Let me loosen up a little bit. Sorry, it was very chilling out here. My name is Detective Peppermint Schnapps.
Very nice to meet you. I am Krampus the Snow Goon.
Yay!
Krampus.
There's an NPC that Jonas came up with, and I was just the whole time I was like, "How do I get them in? How do I get them in?" And you were like, "I follow the tracks." And I was like, hey, "Yeah, there we go. Go to the woods." All right, you go along with Krampus, and the scene cuts there.
Deputy Krampus.
Deputy Krampus. Krampus. Actually.
Krampus, sorry.
Krampus. Different than Krampus.
Krampus.
All right. So the scene ends there. And again, we open up again to this house on the edge of town. And this time it's like a true house. There is police tape around it. It's this, it's more like a Christmas wrapping paper lined tape. And it doesn't even say like crime scene or like do not enter. It just says Merry Christmas all along it, going around the outside of it. It's a lovely little gingerbread looking house with a cute little gumdrop chimney going on the top of it. It's just, a nice little suburban house, but it is a little bit separated from the rest of the place. And as we cut to it, we see all of you guys rolling up on this house, coincidentally at about the same time as the title comes across that this is oh god, why am I forgetting the name right now? Professor Gingerstep Nativity's home, and it says 3:30 p.m. on the screen as well.
And those reindeer know how to throw a punch.
Oh, hello. How is everyone's
Hello.
investigation going?
Well,
The reindeer didn't do it.
Huh?
The reindeer didn't do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
seemingly so.
Yeah.
Well, clearly, it's all led us here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, how? I mean, it seems that he may have had a gambling issue. Perhaps that's where the reindeer came in. But I guess what led you guys back here from there?
I honestly cannot tell you.
Oh,
My mind's a bit
didn't
fuzzy
get
at the
that
moment.
One of the talking deer that were also playing cards, and then Phoebe has this look on her face like just like a smug little kid who's like totally fake.
And the rest of us are just like, yeah.
Yeah,
and-
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The deer
exactly.
play cards.
Said that Ginger Frosty was making some kind of plan with Ginger Snap nativity. I couldn't tell if that was a person or just like a type of like I've heard of a nativity scene. Like I wondered if maybe they built one of those dioramas out of
No, the professor.
Yes.
right.
It is a
There's
person, but it is also a delicious beverage.
Yeah, they said that. And they also said
Wait,
that they
what's
saw
a beverage?
A drink, Peppermint.
nativity. They also said they saw Santa screaming
Why
at
that
Ginger
fucking
Snap.
robot?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, the screaming part is new, but everything else you said checks out with what we have, right, Jeremy?
Yes, and also apparently, Ginger may have been blackmailing Ginger Snap.
I
That's
think
so
both names are
confusing that they both have those
I know,
names.
they have Ginger in their names.
So you know
it's
it's
very
funny.
common.
I did not until Jonas, you said the sentence Ginger and Ginger Snap in the same sentence. I didn't even think that I named them the same. That thought never crossed my mind. And as soon as you said that in my head, I was like, God damn it. Like, what have I done?
What if Ginger Frosty and Ginger Snap Nativity are the same elf?
Phoebe, dear.
They could be brothers.
You have
Solved
three
it.
people
in
named
the same
Daniel.
room together.
We solved it.
It's another realm of
Um,
possibilities.
Yeah, but so Santa was mad at the professor, it sounds like? And
Possibly.
Could be why he was
Interesting.
being blackmailed.
Mm.
Or-
Whoa, blackmail.
Perhaps Ginger had used the blackmail to get the professor to do something, and Santa caught him.
Yeah, they said that they were in on it together. So maybe the third missing elf was also in on it, and then that has to do with Santa somehow.
Yes.
Let's check out this
Perhaps-
house.
I was gonna say,
Whoa.
let's check out the house.
Ahem.
Yes.
As you guys are
Anyone want to ask about my new deputy, Krampus Snowgoon, the two-headed
Oh,
snowman?
Krampus!
all at once, we all turn
Krampus.
and look at the snowman.
Hello,
Yeah,
I'm
we
here
just all our
too.
heads turn.
It is nice
Haven't
to see
seen
you
you
all.
since the war.
Okay,
Krampus!
Ah, Major, I don't know you.
we're gonna learn how I got here, which was Krampus saw someone dragging something in this area.
Ooh.
Yes, this is the place I saw someone getting dragged from this home.
Yes, by a beast, no doubt.
Oh,
A beast.
okay.
Well, let's
Interesting.
investigate then.
Krampus, my. Is it Krampus or Krampus? What is the proper pronunciation? boy?
Krampus.
Krampus. Understood. My apologies for confusing you.
No, you are
Little
fine.
man.
It is a confusing name. I sound like Krampus, but I am not. I'm Krampus.
You kind of look like that snowman I made 2 years ago in the schoolyard, and I. got in
Anywho,
trouble
we
for
should
it.
get inside.
as you all, I want to know who is heading in last.
I would probably be more first,
You probably
or closer to the front.
So,
at least.
Phoebe still is not like a part of the NCD. So
Yeah. So
yeah.
Phoebe, you hang back for a hot second. Is anybody like who would also be like the second to last? Who might hang back with Phoebe here?
I would say the major would continue to.
Phoebe and the major, maybe Phoebe, you're like taking a moment, just like trying to, again, like process all this information. You just saw a snow goon.
Snowman.
Yeah. As this happening, you guys see, it's a semi-long driveway. Again, this house is on the edge of town. It's a little bit further away. You could still see the city. You'd see other houses from here. And you watch as a tricycle with a, like, hood over it, basically. So, like, a contained tricycle turns and heads down the road towards you all.
It's an elf pope.
Yeah, it's the elf pope. Sort of, actually, because as it rolls up and the door opens, you guys can see the unmistakable person that is Mrs. Claus step out.
Oh, Oma? Oh, no, sorry, you're just
an old woman.
She laughs slightly, and she goes,
They all look the same.
And you must be the chosen Phoebe Morganstern, right?
I guess.
She approaches, and seeming out of nowhere, she pulls out like a tray of Christmas cookies. So you just like out of like thin air. And she's like, would you like a cookie?
I have a gluten allergy.
That is a shame. And she puts it away and then reaches behind here and pulls out a gluten-free cookie.
Whoa.
And she gives it to you.
I immediately devour it.
And she turns to you.
That tasted like home.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
It's a very good cookie. And yeah, it tastes just like home. And she turns to you, Major Zinn, and she goes, Zinn, it is good to see you as well. Holding up the front lines, are we?
Likewise, my lady. It's always a pleasure to see the illustrious House Claus.
I came out here. I'm happy that I found you. I heard through the grapevine that you were making your out this way. I wanted to talk to you briefly. How goes the investigation? Are you any closer to finding my husband?
Why don't I trust this?
Yeah, I can I just theory time?
Yeah.
Just based off of all the clues we've gathered so far, right?
Jeremy's Theory Corner.
Yeah, welcome to Jeremy's Theory Corner. So, we know that Santa was yelling at Professor Gingersnap nativities. So, we also know that the professor was being blackmailed. Perhaps Gingersnap was sleeping with Mrs. Claus.
You mean snuggling, right?
Snuggling with Mrs. Claus. Sharing a blanket with Mrs. Claus.
Right, yeah. After they finished doing that peppermint cocaine or whatever.
Hey, it was not cocaine. It's just snow.
Snow's peppermint.
It's just peppermint snow.
Booger sugar.
Yeah, the nose candy.
All right, we cut away from Jeremy's conspiracy corner. Hey, and she's dressed in like a red, dress that goes down to her ankles, like that classic sort of, it goes out at the end there, and she's got an apron on and everything, and her hair is back in a large gray bun, and she has little like pin snip glasses on.
Yeah, she walked out of a Norman Rockwell painting.
Basically, yeah, I should have described her as she came in there. And she says again, and how goes the investigation? Are you any closer to finding my husband?
I mean, well, we have a few leads, I'd say.
I'm not a detective or anything, but we know more than we did this morning.
Phoebe,
that's good, right?
Don't dishearten yourself. You're the chosen by the spirit of Christmas themselves. You will find a way. I know you will.
Everyone keeps telling me, like, don't be frightened, don't dishearten yourself, and, like, I'm actually doing fine. I'm just confused. I wonder if maybe everyone here is projecting, and, like, maybe, I don't know if you have a lot of therapists at the North Pole, but my mom goes to a therapist on the East Side, Dr. Schwartzman.
Therapy's not real. Only crime is.
Oh, Peppermint.
I really think we should go to therapy.
I look over my shoulder like, I'm sorry, Mrs.
Claus.
Mrs. Claus, dear.
Oh, that makes sense. Mrs. Claus, we gotta get inside, but we'll catch you up if we hear anything.
Of course, I'm going to head back home now as well. It's a chilly night out, and well, we need to come up with a backup plan in case we can't find him. And she, like, sort of shudders slightly, and she starts heading back to her car. And one more thing. I don't know why, but I am compelled to give you this. Not just to you, Phoebe, but to you, Zinn, and the rest of you as well. And she goes to sort of her trunk, and she opens up, and she pulls out this sort of, it's decently large, Christmas tree star topper, this bright golden star that would go to the top of a Christmas tree. I'm not sure what purpose this might hold, but I have a feeling that you'll need it. And she winks at you now, one chosen to the other. And she heads back to her car, her tricycle car, and gets in.
What does that mean?
And drives off back down that road.
Are you gonna have to marry Santa Claus?
I lean over to the major and I think she just implied that I'm one of Santa's concubines.
Oh God!
No. I mean,
why don't you hold this for me?
And he takes a star.
We should get inside.
Phoebe has watched way too much late night television.
Thank you for the cookie.
Phoebe
yeah, all right,
Game
and you guys head.
Phoebe, I was exactly going to say
Game
that.
of Thrones, yeah.
Phoebe watched all of Game of Thrones.
All right, you guys head inside now. It is whoever wants to can roll investigate a mystery, or I think I will allow. Oh yeah, Phoebe and Zinn, if you wanted to, you could probably roll read. It's not really a bad situation, but you could roll read a bad situation on Claus there, because I know you guys were a little suspicious of her if you wanted to. For the rest of you could roll investigate. It is a little two-story cottage. A one-story cottage, similar to the layout of the other one, but there's a living room, a kitchen, a bathroom, a bedroom, a bathroom within that. But it's got a decent amount of rooms, a small study as well. There is a mess in the bedroom. That seems to be where the attack happened. You see that it is still sectioned off with those little gingerbread number plates as well. Things are set up around. The electricity is out in the place, so you have to use flashlights to look around right now as you go into this dark home. Why don't we start? Zinn and Phoebe, did you guys roll?
Do you want to roll, and I'll just roll to help you out, Jonas?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, there we go.
I want to be like, no, you should, but I'm like, I am playing the Chosen.
Yeah.
All right. I actually rolled a 10 on the dice, which is it's still a total of 11.
Okay.
But it's totally the major is the one who helps me get there.
Yeah. See, I rolled a 7,
but
I have a +3 to my cool.
Nice.
So I got 10 on the dice.
You have a +3 cool? How'd you get that?
That
I got +2, and then because of my ability that I picked, Unfazable.
So the question, sorry, Andrew. So the questions here don't really fit because it's not a bad situation. You're just trying to get a read on someone.
If we're investigating, it could be what is being concealed here. This is my favorite.
You get the feeling that nothing was really being concealed there. That she is genuinely worried for her husband. And you also get the feeling that the whole from one chosen to the other, that she might have also been at one point in her life chosen by the spirit of Christmas. Yeah. And that just simply, she's acknowledging that the torch is being passed on right now to you.
So I'm going to become Mrs. Claus.
No.
This is just like that Tim Allen movie.
No.
Where's Bernard?
Yeah, you can't help it as suddenly you go. It's
already gonna be Santa's concubine.
So
that's the trailer.
Stop it! You guys are bad.
Naughty.
You guys are all naughty.
We got the
Naughty.
booger sugar in there too, because
Yeah.
But that's what you
Timmy
get from
Tim Tim.
Mr. Claus. All right, those of you guys inside, how did people fare on their rolls?
I didn't.
I
didn't.
Are we rolling for
Okay.
different rooms or?
Yeah. Also,
between-
Casey, your I think we might have already addressed this. Your -1 moving forward is gone now.
Yay!
It's been enough time. You've reacclimated yourself. P. Honeypot, what'd you get?
I got 12.
Hey, there you go.
Whoa!
Okay.
Whoa!
So P, as an expert in naughty crimes, you start looking around, and I'd say
You get to ask anything you want, though, right? You get
Yeah,
to ask a
go-
question that's
Yeah.
not on the list.
That's only
Yes.
that's the advanced moves. We don't.
Oh, I
course.
thought that was on critical successes.
Oh, that's true. Oh, that's okay.
Oh, well.
It's a one shot, so if Sky wants to let us have those,
I'll let you have it.
Yeah.
Ask whatever you want. I may or may not give you an answer, though.
Who
You know?
committed
Really
the
is
crime?
Christmas.
Exactly. Like, no.
Who did it?
Where is
did it?
Santa?
All right, who done it?
Where was Santa?
Does Krampus
would-
have a heart?
Would you mind finishing what you were gonna say before
No.
I ask, or do you want me to ask first? Okay, cool. I mean, you were about to
Well,
talk.
I believe
so...
you get 2 questions, don't you?
Yep.
So if you want, you could
Yeah,
hold
10
one.
plus.
You could hold one for the moment.
Sure, I'll
Uh,
hold one.
But go ahead and ask a question because it might reveal.
Yes. Oh gosh.
There we go. Investigate a mystery.
Ah.
So a reminder again to the people listening: she can ask, "What happened here? What is being concealed here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do?" So these are more situational. I mean, you can ask about the monster if you want, but these are also situational. So you can rephrase those to be more about the location, or with the advanced move, which I'm going to give to P. Honeypot because you are such a professional in naughty crimes. I think that totally makes sense.
But I'm the professional.
All
But
right.
I'm the expert.
Get out of here. She's
there
such
you
an
go.
expert in naughty crimes.
Not
You may
funny.
ask the keeper any question you want about the mystery, not just the listed ones. So,
Okay, so with 2 questions. The first one I'll ask from the list. God.
well, I think it's you get 2 questions, but now both questions aren't restricted by that list.
Oh, okay, cool. God, I guess I want to know what was the deal that happened.
The deal?
What was
What was the
I guess
blackmail?
what was the blackmail? Yeah, what was the
Okay.
thing the professor had against him?
So you are looking through it, and you find a note from Ginger. It straight up, it said on the bottom of it, it says GF, Ginger Frost, there. And you can put that together. I messed up. I don't have this one actually printed out. So what it says just simply is, I saw what you did. I know what's going on. And I know what you have hidden in that house. If you want me to keep quiet about it, you're going to pay me. I should have thought about what the currency in the North Pole is. So I'm going to open this up to you guys. What do you guys think the currency in the North Pole is?
Gumdrops.
Chocolate guilt.
Gumdrops good.
I like
Chocolate gelt. No.
You owe me 3,000 chocolate gum. No, you owe me 3,000 gumdrops, which is a pretty significant amount of money in gumdrops.
Fast
is
stack
it-
of gumdrops.
Is it Santa's own cryptocurrency?
Oh God. Yeah, it's a Rudolph Bucks.
Jolly
Red
'em.
nose. No, 3,000 gumdrops, which is a significant amount of money. It is not a 1-to-1 with the U.S. dollar. It's
No, because we're
Lot
actually
more.
backed by chocolate guilt.
exactly, yeah.
The U.S. dollar, that's just your faith in the U.S. government, which is plummeting as we speak.
Beautiful. All right,
Optimal.
so you find this note. So that is, that's the note that you get there.
Okay. But it doesn't necessarily lead into
It doesn't
kind
lean
of-
into what he said. It does say that something is hidden, though.
yes.
You got a second
Okay.
question.
The second question would be, where is it hidden?
Yeah, where is it hidden? Okay, yeah.
Where is it hidden?
So, well, maybe some people go and investigate the crime scene themselves. You, in your head, are like, we got to investigate the rest of this house. Maybe there's something else that they just missed because they didn't think to really comb the rest of the place. So you head into the living room. You don't really find anything. And then you go into the kitchen. And you're walking in the kitchen, and you suddenly feel a draft coming out from underneath the refrigerator, which doesn't make any sense to you. There shouldn't be an airflow down there. So maybe you go grab Zinn or maybe Peppermint or something.
I would probably grab Peppermint.
Okay, you go and grab Peppermint, and together you guys go and move
my partner first.
This refrigerator which to us is just a mini fridge, but to you guys it's a full-size refrigerator. And you guys drag it out, and you see that underneath it is a hatch that leads down.
Good work, detective.
Thank you. Let's go.
Let's investigate the hatch.
Aye.
All right. Does everybody go down?
No, just Peppermint Schnapps and P. Honeypot.
I would also like to go down.
You stay here, Jeremy.
Oh
no.
Jeremy, do you listen to Peppermint, or do you just go?
I am going to listen.
Oh
no.
Yeah.
If you ever want me to trust you again.
Oh.
Why would you hold that against?
Oh, brutal.
You don't know what I'm holding against Jeremy.
So I guess I'm just going to... I mean, she probably would. We're best friends, but...
Maybe.
Yeah, we were best friends.
I think I'm just going to sit on the stoop in the house. Like outside.
Outside the house? Ooh,
yep.
Interesting. Okay. You all descend. I assume the rest of you descend, right?
I don't think I'll fit.
You will. You'll be able to get down there. It's going to be a bit of a squeeze.
Can you not shrink your size? I thought you could.
I assumed that was just some magic Christmas
that
stuff.
Was some like
the same stuff that got your soul
Christmas
in the robot
elf.
got me small.
Yeah,
I can use magic. I can shrink you.
You could use magic if you want. We haven't talked about that before.
To?
Yes, I can make you smaller.
Okay, roll use magic, please.
All right, it's plus weird. I don't have the -1 anymore. That is going to be a 12.
Hey! On a template, the magic works without issue. Choose your effect. We are just going to ignore the effects because, well, I guess do one thing that is beyond human limitation. You shrink Major down to roughly elf size. Let's say you're like 3.5 feet tall now. So you're still a bit taller than the rest of them, but you
nice
definitely,
middle ground.
It'll be easy for you to head down there.
Good,
you guys,
thank you, Jeremy.
Head down.
You're welcome.
You all head down this ladder, and the first thing that you notice is this green emanating light coming from this basement below the house, which is a decently sized room. As you guys touch down on the cold, damp floor, it is pitch black in there, and the slight whirring of machines is heard through the air, as well as a constant beeping noise. You look, and you see that one wall is lined with several large tanks that could easily fit a person or an elf inside of them. On the wall opposite to you, along that line, you see a desk with papers on top of it, a monitor, and some testing equipment. And then on the left side of the room is a surgery table that is stained with blood. And several chocolate-based tools are lined up next to it as well. Inside of the vats is this bubbling black liquid. What would you like to do?
I put my finger in it, lick it. Licorice. I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
Oh, okay then.
I was like, no.
I was ready for you to do it. Do you at least get close enough to smell it?
Yeah.
It smells like black licorice.
Oh, I was right. Okay, then I do that. I do that scene. Then I put my finger in it. I licked it.
Okay.
Licorice.
You do this, and it tastes like black licorice, and you're like, "Oh, black licorice!" And then suddenly your stomach is in knots, and you fall to your knees, and you're going to take one harm as you retch your stomach onto the ground immediately.
Ew.
Everyone knows licorice.
Are you okay?
Speak to me, Detective.
Jeremy. Jeremy.
Jeremy's upstairs.
They're calling out to
I'll go get him.
Jeremy.
And I'll run back to the steps.
There's been an incident, Jeremy. It's Peppermint.
What's happened?
Peppermint has grown ill. He needs you.
My tummy.
Peppermint, no! I rush down the ladder and I see Peppermint bent over in pain, and I'm like,
I'm just
don't
rolling on the
worry.
ground.
I have just what you need. And I
Ooh.
pull the lever on my ear and give him some eggnog.
It's eggnog. It's refreshing. Does not heal you though.
I feel better though. I feel better, and I get up and I just Jeremy. You know exactly what I needed.
Well, actually, if you do use magic, one of the effects that you could get is heal 1 harm from an injury. If you would like to attempt it. Now, remember,
I would
though,
love to attempt
you
it
can,
with my eggnog.
You could glitch, though, so let's see what happens.
No, I'm not going to glitch. This is magic. I'm good at that. That is a 9.
Okay, so
Hey!
the effect happens. Peppermint, you heal for 1 as you drink this magically infused eggnog.
Awesome. Jeremy, you healed
let's
me with
see
your
here,
sweet
but-
creamy nog.
Oh, God.
What's wrong? What's wrong, everybody? What are you guys?
That
giving us
Yes,
that-
this
It's
isn't the first
normal.
time he's drank my nog. You're all welcome to it.
As you do
Yeah,
this,
what are you making faces for?
as you do that, you guys hear something in the vents themselves. It's like bang noise and a quiet sounds like a scurry, and then it's dead quiet again. Yeah, what's up?
What was that?
This seems like a bad situation.
It does.
And
Maybe.
We'd like
Phoebe's
to
a-
read it.
Phoebe's a pretty voracious reader. If you
Go ahead, read a bad situation. Does anybody in the meantime go and check out like the desk or any of the other stuff in here, the surgery table?
I'm not leaving Peppermint's side, thank you.
Yeah, we're
I
having
would-
a moment.
I would investigate more.
Okay.
Can someone help me out, please?
I can help Phoebe out.
Please,
Yeah.
Major, I need your help.
Oh,
I
of
need
course,
your beautiful
child.
robot, your veteran's eyes.
Anything for you, you know that.
Do you want me to roll an investigation, Sky?
No, actually.
Okay.
This one's fine. On top
Okay.
of the table, you see all these papers, and there's all these formulas and random stuff. But then you see a scrawled note, slightly crumpled up, and it looks like there's some like coal and maybe even blood on the rim of it. And if you want to read for us, or first of all, Phoebe, what you get?
Well, what did the Major get to help me?
Wait, where's
Phoebe,
this?
you just go ahead.
You just go ahead with this one.
It's
Zoom
in-
chat case.
Zoom
I have the utmost faith in you, child.
Okay, then I also failed.
Wait, how badly?
Just, I failed.
Just full fail?
Fail.
Okay, then. So what happens when you fail on read a bad situation? Please eliminate us.
Well, there's no, just like Investigate Mystery, it's just kind of up to you to make something bad happen.
Okay.
If it helps you, Sky.
No,
What I was going to ask is, are there any dangers we haven't noticed? So you might answer that anyway by having it
this
leap
is
out
what
at me.
happens is you heard that noise in the vent, and you thought it went upstairs. So I think you fully leave the basement right now.
There's nothing down here. I'm gonna go upstairs where the monster
And
is.
Zinn, since you failed, since you were part of that failure, you also go with Phoebe. I like this little duo that's kind of formed of the Major and Phoebe. It's like it's got that like classic trope of like the older man and the young girl, where it's like the father daughter kind of
It's
last
also
of
the kid in their robot.
Exactly. Yeah. I like that
I'm
a
the
lot.
robot.
So P, Honeypot, would you read to us what that note says?
Yes, it says, I've had enough with your experiments. Just bring the ones you've created to our usual drop-off location and make sure no one is following you. The hour of our victory draws near. You had best be ready to see this through. The Jolly One? And on the back, it has coordinates, and it says, don't get lost this time. The Jolly One?
And as you pull down that note, there is sort of... The desk isn't perfectly at the wall, and there's this dark area behind it. And as you, pull the note down and you look up, you see these two glowing eyes staring at you from the darkness that look like smoldering coal, as suddenly this creature leaps out at you. And we are going to enter a combat here.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
So in Monster of the Week, we do a sort of initiative here. But it is very popcorn style, jump in when you want. And it's really, the monster doesn't get a turn. It's just based on your guys' rolls, what happens and how the monster reacts. So this monster is immediately going for you, P. Honeypot. What do you roll? And it's still dark and you can't quite make it out. You see that it is roughly the same size as you, though.
What do I roll?
Yeah, would you like to kick some ass? Do you want to, act under pressure?
Well, I can tell you, acting under pressure is not my strong suit.
So maybe try and kick some ass? Just react and hit it?
Well, I do have a move called... I've read about this sort of thing, where I roll sharp instead of cool for act under pressure. That would probably be... That would be my best option. Okay. Actually, yes, I think I'm going to do that.
So, act under pressure. 10 plus, you do what you say. On a 7 to 9, the keeper is going to give you a worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. On a miss, things go to hell.
Okay, let's
go. Go ahead and give us that roll.
No pressure.
Okay, 8.
Okay, so that is a middling success. So you back up and you dodge under pressure. And what is your goal here? To avoid all harm, or?
Yeah, I think I'm trying to just avoid harm, but also with my nature, I'd probably want to get a look at what that is in the first place.
So, you get a good look at it and you see this gremlin-looking elf. It has these exaggerated features. There's holly and Christmas lights coming out of its skin. You see its clothing is torn up slightly, and it's got these sharp fangs as well as these coal eyes. And
that's horrifying.
And these slight claws as well. It's and it's let's see here. I am going to. Okay, so you manage to dodge its claws. However, it grabs you and is going to restrain you.
Okay.
So it sort of knocks you to the ground and pins you. But as it tries to bite at you, you manage to move out of the way slightly. What's up?
Can I use a move that I have,
yes,
which is Jinx, to interfere with the monster? What the monster's doing, pinning P?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So I roll plus weird on
You want to also read what Jinx does? That way the people know.
So you can encourage coincidences to occur the way that you want. When you jinx a target, roll plus weird. On a 10 plus, hold 2. On a 7 to 9, hold 1. On a miss, the keeper holds 2 over you to be used in the same way.
All right. So let's go ahead, roll now, and we won't read them all out because that'll take a bit.
Yep. Okay. That is going to be an 8 plus 2 for a 10.
Whoa, hey! So hold 2. Which 2 are you choosing?
Awesome. So I am going to choose interfere with what a monster, minion, or bystander is trying to do, because I want to prevent this gremlin-looking thing from pinning P. Honeypot.
Okay.
And then... I don't know if this would come into play or not, but the target loses something that you will soon find.
Okay.
And the way that I do this too is I say, you have forgotten what the second E stands for. And I kind of tilt my head up. Eggnog. And I spray it with eggnog.
I You just spread. So it's like about to leave out as you just like eggnog all over it, and it just stumbles back slightly, and it's in the dark, and it's like like hissing at you all. Phoebe and Zinn, you guys hear the clatter going downstairs, but you will not be able to act on it. But instead, this sort of turn just be able to move down there.
Wait, are they not downstairs?
No,
they
moved upstairs,
Oh,
because that was
okay.
the consequence of the failing there, is that this thing got the jump on you three. So
Indeed.
Peppermint Schnapps, you are down there though. You're recovering from your harm slightly, but you see this monster attacking P, and you watch it get just creamed with Jereme's eggnog.
Just creamed.
I didn't do it that time. I'm gonna whip out my little gumball cannon, and I'm gonna pop, 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 pop.
All right, roll to kick some ass.
All right, that's a 9.
Rad. Okay, then. So you succeed in dealing your damage, but I get to take a move against you or another hunter. So how much damage does the gumball cannon do?
2 harm.
2 harm. Okay then. So you
Hey,
nailed.
bubblegum fiend!
Yeah. So you just like unload up. My lips are so dry right now. There we go. You unloaded to this guy as he stumbles backwards, back against the deck. And what happens, instead of it attacking one of you guys, you watch as it jumps up on the desk and then just leaps straight over you and slams into this vent in the wall. And it's escaping now as it clambers through the vents.
After it.
Okay, you guys give chase?
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Okay,
Yeah.
Phoebe and Zinn are currently making their way down the staircase, so then a slight kerfuffle there of you all trying to be like, we're leaving, slows you down just a little bit. What do people do? Where do you go?
Where do the vents go?
Yeah.
So let's see here.
Can I roll a sharp to?
Yeah, just roll plain sharp.
Okay. That is a 8.
Okay. Middling success. You lose a hand, but you learn.
No!
Jeremy!
Oh no, he can't get his back.
I'll just give it to you with the 8 there. You know that these vents could lead outside. There's a couple places they could end up outside. They could end up in the bedroom or just about anywhere in the house. But if you had to guess, this thing is trying to get outside.
Okay.
You know that they would lead to the back of the house.
So I go straight to the back of the house. And,
Okay then.
I have the confidence that others would follow.
Yeah. Yeah, follow
Krampus,
pursuit as well.
the snow goon, is outside the house, and you go, "Oh, what's going on?"
Come on, Krampus, we gotta go.
It's Krampus, we've been over this.
Krampus.
Sorry.
Hey,
Come on, Krampus.
Respect.
All right, so you
Respect
guys
us.
head to the back of
The chosen one over there.
Oh goodness! You guys head to the back of the house, and you see running into the woods, far ahead of you guys, but leaving a perfect trail for you to follow. This elf gremlin just going into the wood, and it's trailing this like.
We have vision of it now, though.
You do have vision of it, and you see this as it ducks into the trees, though, so you don't have a clear line of sight on it. But it
Okay.
is. You see this black licorice blood dripping out into the snow, giving you guys a perfect trail to follow.
Aha!
Well, it is.
I was right. The trail did go to the woods.
You were
Well,
right. You
while
nailed it.
I did lose it in the trees, that's not going to stop me. The major's going to pull out one of those handheld balloon pumps for like balloon animals and start filling one up.
Oh,
And he's going to point it towards and let go of the tail end of the balloon, so it just kind of zoots forward and makes that, pathetic little noise through the air.
what is this supposed to? Is this like a sniper rifle or something?
No.
Just-
You then see it as it crashes in the trees and explodes.
Oh
for that
my
is my
goodness.
grenade launcher.
Oh God!
Jesus.
You fire this thing out, and you just destroy a couple trees and like destroy the snow around it as well as you launch this grenade in. You don't hear anything cry out, so you don't think you got it. You do see Krampus to be like, "Oh, I did not deal well with the fire. I am getting out of here. I'm sorry, all of you." And they skedaddle their own way. Yeah.
We'll remember you, Krampus.
All right, you guys.
Krampus is vamoosing.
Do you guys take after this trail?
Yes.
We run.
Yes.
All right. You all head into the woods, taking after this trail. And every once in a while you lose it, but then you can pick it up again. Luckily, the injury is good enough where you don't even need the coordinates that were listed on the back of that thing. Actually,
The document.
Yeah, the document.
The other note, yeah.
The thing. But you guys head into the woods, following along this trail, and again, it is pitch black out. And with the cover of the trees, it is extremely hard to see, other than with whatever flashlights or mag lights you guys have. As you're going along, you hear rustling in the trees all around you, eventually as you head in deeper and deeper. And as you look up and around, you see every once in a while these coal eyes staring back at you. However, it's not just one of them now, it's dozens and dozens of them.
How does that work? Because you said they like glow yellow, but when we see them, they're just like black coal. Do they have like
no? So they're
racks
like
of this
glowing
yellow?
coal embers.
Oh,
They're like red. I believe I said they're red.
Oh, they're red. Okay,
Yeah, they're
gotcha.
red.
Sorry.
They're like glowing embers of coal stuck into their eyes, and those illuminate out in the darkness. And every once in a while, you see one like scurry in front of you. They don't seem to be attacking you right now, but you do see that they are closing in behind you. I'm guessing everybody picks up the pace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay, then. Is there anything anybody wants to do to try and lose them, throw them off, get ahead of them?
Sky, is there any reasonable way of me getting my transport in this area?
Not right now. You would
Okay.
have needed to bring that with you. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Would you like to
Well-
tell everybody what your transport was, though, real fast?
No, just in case it ever comes up in the future.
Okay.
I might be able to get it for you, Major.
Oh,
Oh, God. Are you going to summon it? That's...
Yeah.
Good thinking, Jeremy.
Dude, that is,
Exquisite.
to summon something like that is pretty serious magic. I don't think it's big
Well,
magic.
you can summon a monster into the world as just a regular effect, and you can also...
That is true. Okay, roll use magic. I'm sold.
Yeah, okay.
Is there anything I can do
you're
to
gonna
assist
go.
you?
Terry, me,
I
I've
would
never
love
seen
some
the side of
assistance
you.
if somebody wants to give it.
I would love to try.
I'm the chosen. I know how to help people.
Let's have the
I
chosen
am glad you're finally accepting your purpose, Phoebe Morganstern.
I don't know about that, Spirit of Christmas.
appears again.
How about my love and affection in this trying time?
That is boxcars, baby. That's a 13 on help out.
God damn.
Great. So does that give me +1
Actually, a
forward?
14.
Plus one.
Yeah,
Plus one.
Just
well,
plus one, unfortunately.
are we using the advanced rules?
Even though I rolled so well.
If
Oh yeah, wait. If you're letting me have the advanced rules, I did roll a 14.
Bro.
For use magic, I don't think.
Because
No, for help out.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
it just
help
gives
out.
It just gives him a 12.
Yeah, sure. That could be your advanced thing there. And
That
Casey,
gives me a 12?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect, because I didn't roll that great.
Amazing
I
work,
I
Phoebe.
rolled a 7, which would have been a success,
Amazing.
but
Okay, total
some
success.
glitch would have happened.
Major, your vehicle appears.
as
Seemingly out of
Jeremy does
nowhere.
whatever kind of magic to summon my vehicle, suddenly just in the spot in front of us, you see a shadow appear on the ground. And then after a few minutes, well, not minutes, but a few,
A few seconds. A few
Wait,
hours
what?
later.
We've all been reduced to skeletons.
Yeah, we're all
after a couple
dead.
of seconds, a giant tank just lands in front of the group
Ugh.
with a huge clockwork key on the back.
It is a large. It's a huge toy tank, and it could
Oh
fit.
my
It could fit
God.
2 people. I think that's what we agreed on there.
Phoebe, Jeremy, can I trust you two with it?
I draw my shovel from my backpack and I say, "I'm good where I am."
I don't know
Oh.
how to drive a tank.
I do. I just jump in the tank.
All right.
Peppermint jumps in, still flask in hand, I assume.
Yeah, still flask in hand.
I drive better when I've had a few.
I drive better when I've had a few.
That's Nerth to worry about. Just let's all train with that.
Did King Candy say that in Wreck-It Ralph?
I am probably something. You're the guy with glasses. Clever.
All right, I jump in the tank with Peppermint.
Okay.
That was the right choice.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys start making your way through the
All right.
tank.
Yep.
As he hop in,
Intimid-
I hop on the back and start turning that key.
Yeah. So after a few turns, it starts marching through the woods. They are already alarmed that a tank appeared, and that got them sort of off the back there. But you guys head in further, following this trail, sort of almost shepherded by the rest of these creatures till you arrive at a large entrance to an icy cavern. I'm guessing you guys just go in?
Yeah.
Can we fit the tank in?
Yeah, the tank.
Then we definitely bring it in.
I would
Jonas, we
like,
can't hear you.
before we go in, can I use my last spooky move? Just because we're getting towards the end here anyway. I want to try and tune in. You can attune to the mind, your mind to a monster or minion. Roll plus weird on a 10 plus, hold 3. 7 to 9, hold 1. On a miss, the monster becomes aware of you.
Oh, perfect. Okay, go ahead, roll.
Great. That's gonna be a 7.
Okay, so let's see here. On a 7 and 9, hold one.
I get to hold
Oh,
1.
you just hold one. Okay,
Yeah.
which one do you ask? I was really hoping
So the options are: where's the creature right now? What's it planning to do right now? Who's it going to attack next? Who does it regard as the biggest threat, and how can I attract its attention?
Okay.
So
Cool.
do we want a distraction here?
Distraction might be helpful. I think also who does it regard as the biggest threat could be helpful, and what is it planning to do right now?
Yeah.
Good questions.
I think what is it planning to do right now is what I'm
Yeah.
gonna go
I
with.
agree.
That's good, I think.
Okay. Well, the little guys, the minions, they seem like they just want to eat you or kill you, basically. That's pretty obvious. So I think we can answer your next question in the coming scene here.
Okay, great.
So if you would like to ask something else, I'm open to it, because this question was already going to get answered to you guys. If you want to just hold it, you know?
Yeah, I'll hold it for now.
Okay, cool. So you guys head into this cavern, and you guys look behind you at one point, and you see these like creepy elves with the coal eyes and the claws and whatnot. Sorry, I just smacked my microphone there. Are all over the walls of the cave, just flooding in after you guys. There are dozens and dozens of them, and you keep running in. Maybe at one point you launch like another grenade back at them, and that holds them off for a second, causes like a small cave in, and now they're a bit trapped there and again. And you guys see a light emanating out in front of you, and you head in, and you see this massive cave in front of you, and you're on sort of this icy cliffside, and around the bend of this cliffside you see there's another cave as well, but you look over the edge there that goes farther down, about 50 feet down or something like that, and you see that and this cliff, it's not like a small cliff, you know, it's a good like 60 feet wide there, but down in there you see hundreds, if not hundreds of thousands of presents. These boxes, but they're all the same size and all the same shape. And then you notice further, there are more of these minions clambering all over them. And they're all fighting each other somewhat, being very catty, as they're all fighting for boxes to get into.
Mm-hmm.
And as you all are sort of like looking over the edge there, the tide of elves behind you has sort of stagnated for the moment. You hear this clapping off to the side there, and silhouetted in the dark, you see a large man in a red suit.
No.
What?
And he's sort of stepping forward, still silhouetted, and goes, "Ho, ho, damn it."
I bet that was the first thing you wrote for this adventure.
I wish I could say that
and
that
wrote their
was
campaign
just,
around it.
that was fully made up on the spot.
Nice.
That's better.
Wow.
But and He goes, I suppose you're all wondering what's going on here. And he steps out finally into the light. And at first I can imagine that, like, you guys are also, your eyes trick you and you see normal Santa. And then the camera, like, pans away from them. And we slowly start to see what is truly in front of you guys. The beard disappearing and replaced with these twisted holly leaves and mistletoe that is coming right out of the skin. Their face is melted slightly as if they're like Frosty the Snowman in the hot sun. Their belly is swollen and glowing red like Rudolph's nose and is slightly split down the center as if he had gone too swollen and cracked open, quite literally. And around his head, coming straight from his flesh, is a crown of holiday Christmas lights. And all across some of these other details, his fingers are elongated and stretch out into these icicles of hands, and Santa is quite literally transformed into a monster.
My God.
I don't think you're Santa.
Oh, I am, Jereme. And I also must say, you've been a naughty robot this year.
No, he hasn't.
No.
And he sort of gazes down and he's like, I can assume you're all surprised by my new form. And Casey, would you, or I guess you can interrupt at any time if you have a question that, if you want to use your question.
Yeah, I would love to. I am gonna go with, who does it regard as the biggest threat?
Okay then. It seems, I mean, the tank is the obvious thing, but you see its eyes linger longer on Phoebe, the chosen one. And you also see, probably you and Jereme notice, Santa is also looking at Phoebe, and then their eyes look up and to the right, where the spirit of Christmas is currently floating. And they sort of, they gesture around, and they're just like, this is what the world needs now. Children are too naughty. Since the invention of the World Wide Web, naughty energy has been up a staggering amount, and has given me this new form. I mean, have you seen half of the chat sites on there?
What's the chat site? Phoebe, what's the chat site?
Children are doing terrible things.
It's like this thing where you talk to other people. You know what? Later.
Oh, okay. It doesn't sound very bad.
Not to mention... What were you saying?
I was going to say, but those that are naughty can still be nice.
Not now. It is too far gone. The children of the world are too far gone and deserve a new punishment. And you, like, one of those creatures is scampering past, and you watch as he just like grabs it and like holds it up, and he's like, a new form of coal for the children. And he like gestures to their coal eye, and he throws it off of the cliff now down and like as it falls away.
Can't we just give those to Elon Musk?
Oh, trust me, he is getting one himself.
And Jeff Bezos?
I don't think this is that bad, guys.
Actually, Jeff Bezos and I are cool. He gave me the idea for all of this.
Once Santa says Jeff Bezos and I are cool,
this is not Santa.
This is not
Peppermint
Santa.
sits back. Like, I assumed that they were like kind of looking outside of the tank. Peppermint like drops back in the tank and says, "Okay, Jereme, what do we got for artillery?"
Would you like to kick some ass? Just like start this out?
I say you hit the button that says jingle all the way.
Let's do it together, Jereme.
I don't want to cut off that incredible line, and if necessary, I can shift this dial around. I would like to make a big entrance.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. The shot still happens, but let's see what happens, and then I think we could totally narrate you now, like stepping forward.
Sure.
Okay.
Good. I like this. Maybe it's like the tank shoots this like jingle all the way, whatever that is. We haven't decided. And it's like the backdrop like in a Suicide Squad movie where like
Oh yeah,
Phoebe,
like the
Phoebe
splash
would
screen.
effectively be like Margot Robbie's character.
Absolutely.
It's like the splash screen.
Yeah, Jingle All the Way, like a cool rock and roll version of it starts playing as soon as the shot goes out, and just roll kick some ass. Yeah. And I will give you.
Can I help with that?
Yeah, and I'll give you an additional +1 because of how good that line was.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
And Jeremy is pushing the button with me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
We're in it
if
together.
all of that goes wrong, you still have the party luck.
There's the party luck, and everybody, I think everybody still has their individual
I have
luck.
my individual luck as
Yeah.
well.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Oh yeah, I forgot Andrew didn't use it.
It's
It's
cool.
a 7 plus.
Oh no,
plus
I
2.
didn't. I did not
Or-
help out.
No, plus yours, plus. Oh,
Plus-
you didn't help? Okay.
So it's
No,
just,
I
it's
got-
just an 8.
I got a 4.
Okay. I mean, would you like to use your luck in this moment? Okay. 8 it is then.
Because you can have your moment chosen.
Okay.
Well,
This is
So
good.
I'm
We still
looking
have our
for
luck.
one.
We can use it. It's fine.
Yeah.
well,
Okay.
I fully missed on my help out, so I exposed myself to trouble or danger without.
Well,
helping.
it's just a help. I don't think that there can be.
It's
Well,
only
Jonas,
on
is there
7
negative
or more, I
actions on
think.
help?
So I'm like, it's something weird.
Yeah. Well, on 7 and 9, you help and expose yourself to danger. The implication is that on a miss, you just expose yourself to danger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then. All right. Yeah. So you, Jeremy, you went to like hit that button, and as that was happening, one of those elves like clambered up, grabbed you because you're only like a foot tall, and throws you out of the tank. You don't take any damage,
Peppermint!
but you end up landing close to Santa after that shot went off.
Okay.
How much damage do you do with the tank?
I don't know how much damage do I do with the tank. The jingle all the way button. Major.
Yeah, it's your tank, Major.
Yeah.
This is technically a homebrewed item. I'd ask Sky about the
How much damage does your grenade launcher do?
grenade launcher. Will do 4.
Holy shit!
Oh my god.
4 harm, far area.
I think we just
messy,
killed
loud
Santa,
reload.
guys.
Oh my god! No, you didn't kill him, but
Oh, he's
ow.
pissed.
Okay, cool. Cool. All right, cool. All right.
Just gonna draw some more harm boxes.
Just gonna draw some more harm boxes here. We're fine. You see that they take this damage, and it just like rocks into them. And as the dust like settles around them, you see them like emerging out. And you watch as they, because you got an 8, right? They slash a hand, and this icicle comes flying off of it and embeds itself into your shoulder, and you are going to take 1 point of damage from that. And then Phoebe, Santa is stunned in this moment, though. and
I'm
he's
like inside the tank, and the icicle comes through.
It's
only
a
a
toy
toy
tank.
tank.
It's a toy
Like,
tank.
"Oh, what's
Yeah,
good
oh,
with
yeah.
the tank
Yeah.
if it's not armored?"
So yeah, the icicle comes in. Phoebe, I will definitely allow your moment right now.
I like that Santa comes out of the like debris and the smoke and like retaliates.
Yeah.
But from his perspective, I come out of the smoke.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I've got my shovel in one hand. And I step forward and I pat it like you would with a baseball bat. And I say, "Now listen, Santa. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing here.
Language.
But one thing I know is that you're the naughty one in this cavern." I'll roll before I continue. I'll see how I do.
I want that 12 plus.
I was prepared to use my luck, but I got a 12 anyway
Hey!
on my big entrance. So I say, "You took me away from my Oma. Well, it's the 7th night of Hanukkah, and if there's one thing I know about Hanukkah, it's that it's a celebration of light." And I grab the star from the Major, and I hold it up in front of me, and I say, "By the power of Christmas and also the Maccabees, I hereby banish you to the naughty list."
What are the Maccabees?
So what are you attempting to do here? Use magic or kick some ass?
Yeah, I'll kick Santa's ass. Sure.
Santa's ass.
Well, it's kind of. I mean, it's kind of in a both space. I guess I'm actually trying to use magic.
Okay,
here.
roll use magic.
Because I think I'm trying to like contain him or banish him somehow with the power of this magic star that his wife gave me. All right, that's Snake Eyes. So I'm going to use my luck and make that a 12.
Okay, right. Light shines forth, and Santa you get the feeling that the star didn't really do anything in that moment, but that was you channeling your energy, using it as like a conduit of sorts.
It was in me all along.
But you get the feeling that that's not the true purpose of the star in this case. But anyway, it still works as you radiate this nice energy, and you see their like skin like sizzle, and like part of their face kind of like molds back up into normal, but then like slouches back down. How much damage would that be? I'm going to call that 2 damage.
Okay. I was trying to, if we're going by the use magic effects, I was trying to kind of banish him or, otherwise like, bar this place to him, kind of
okay, then.
That side of it. My cleansing light from my star illuminate this dark cavern.
Yeah. And the star grows an extra point.
I was going to say, it grew 3 sizes.
Let's see here. Use magic. Okay, then. So you are trying to...
There's banish a spirit or curse. So, like, I'm trying to banish the naughtiness from Santa.
You...
I don't... Yeah.
It's so funny in these situations where you're like, well, that's not how this works or how I planned for it to work, but I do really like it. So I think what happens is it deals a significant amount of damage to him. And you see this light radiating out from it, and it causes him to stumble back. And I think what it does instead is whoever goes next, they will get a +1 moving forward against it. Sort of a guiding bolt.
Love that spell.
All right, who's next? Jeremy, you're right next to them. P, you have yet to do anything. Same with you, Zinn.
Yeah, I could make another attack, I guess.
Okay, then. Have you already made? I don't think you've made an attack against this guy.
You haven't.
I've not.
Okay,
Nope.
what do you do?
I am going to...
He's getting flashbacks to things that haven't happened yet.
The rat war.
all over me. Sorry, I had a moment there. Right. The Major is going to, instead of using his very effective balloon weapon...
boo, you should use the balloon weapon.
I should use the balloon weapon. But I don't know if that's the move to make at the moment. He's going to stow it away for now and pull out his saber.
Okay, rad. Going into close combat. I like it.
And begin approaching Santa.
All right, go roll, kick some ass.
I will roll to kick ass. Will I succeed? Probably not. But it's the heart that matters.
You could roll, you could use your luck.
That's true. Good point.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's take a gander. Okay, so far it's looking promising.
This is the end game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what'd you get?
That is 10. 10 on the nose.
10, perfect. Okay, so you deal your damage and you get no bad effects back. What is actually you get 1 effect. You do your damage and you get 1 effect. You gain advantage, take 1+1 forward, or give +1 forward to another. You inflict terrible harm, +1 damage. You suffer less harm, -1 harm. You force them where you want them. Oh, I guess you still would take damage, but you can reduce that damage. Sorry.
Now, you said Santa had thrown one of the elves off a cliff?
He did.
Well, quote-unquote elf. So he's fairly close to that cliff, then.
He threw it pretty far. He's not close to the cliff. He's like 40 feet away from the cliff.
Oh, okay, I was going to say I want to kind of not push him over the cliff, but hurt him over towards the cliff.
Yeah, you could edge Santa.
Yeah, basically start edging.
Okay. So you force them where you want them. You get them to that cliff edge. However, as that's happening, they are going to rake you with their claws. This time up close. So you're going to take 2 points of damage.
That I do.
Okay. Moving forward, who wants to go next?
Well,
Yeah, you can go, MP.
MP.
yeah, I'd like to go.
Yep.
Having heard Santa say that, basically, once someone's naughty, they can't be, nice again. She wants to take her
police issued candy sword. And run up to him and say, "You will be nice again," and go ahead and swing it at him.
Okay. All right. Roll kick some ass.
Yeah. Here we go.
How much damage did you do, by the way, Andrew?
The sword is basically just my knife. It does 1 harm.
Does 1 harm? Okay.
Plus tough, I got a 10, 11.
Okay, perfect. So you get one of those options again. +1 moving forward, inflict terrible harm, you suffer less harm, you force them where you want them. Could force them where you want them.
I guess I could help force him off the cliff.
All right, I like that.
Maybe.
Okay, so you deal the damage to them, which is 1 damage.
For the sword, it's actually 2.
Oh. So not only do you get them off the cliff, you reduce them to 0. However, I am going to take a hard move against you here, because I did not get to do this fun Santa ability, and this is cruel. Santa, you see they had over their back, I forgot to describe it, also their sack of toys. However, it's empty. And as they're like falling back, you watch as they sort of swing it out in this last desperate act, and in this magic, you get pulled into the sack as he tips over the edge.
There's a move that's protect someone, right?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, you want to use that right now?
I would love to use that right now.
Okay,
I
then.
haven't done my turn. And
Sorry, I didn't mean to steal it from you.
No. This totally works.
No,
okay.
I think this is perfect. This is actually what I was hoping for, or you would use your Jinx ability in a cool moment. All right, go ahead. Roll.
I feel like protect someone makes more sense.
Roll
than
protect
here.
somebody.
Okay, so this is roll plus tough, and I need a 7 or more to protect. Okay, and a 10 plus. I choose an extra thing. Okay, so plus tough. Oh no, I'm gonna use my luck. I'm gonna take the 12.
Your luck? Okay, you're gonna get the 12.
Yeah.
So, Jared, what does this look like? You narrate it. You watch as they get sucked in, and Santa is falling off this 60-foot cliff.
Okay, so Santa is like falling off the cliff. P is in the bag already, and he starts falling backwards, and like everything kind of goes a little bit slow motion here, and seeing his best friend get sucked up into the bag, Jereme rushes forward towards the edge of the cliff and kind of dives over, like reaching out his hands to try and grab onto the sack, and misses. And then like there's this brief moment where Santa just has this smile on his face as he's taking P with her, and my arms just extend outward, grabbing the sack and pulling it back up.
Oh, I love it. All right, you pull it back up. P, you come tumbling out of the sack just as you see a ghostly face on the inside of it. We don't know what that is now. And you tumble out, and you guys are there on the cliff, and then everybody, I imagine, like looks over the edge, and you watch as Santa just hits the ground just onto the snow. It's suddenly deathly quiet in here as the crack like rings out. All of these elves, like hundreds of them across this enormous pile of presents, all of them are like looking over, and you hear them as suddenly the whole place erupts into this chattering, screaming, and yelling. And you guys watch as Santa, suddenly, his belly splits open.
Oh no!
Oh yeah,
It's
warning,
a xenomorph!
warning for anybody who gets through it. Body horror is about to happen. Please skip ahead like 2 minutes if you want to pass it. Sorry, Rachel, you gotta listen. You watch as your eyes almost can't believe it, as a tree starts to push its way out from his chest, and it starts growing and growing, and suddenly rapider and rapider, and the base of it extending out, pushing Santa. And it's this pine tree that's like got parts of his skin and gore and viscera, and it erupts out till it is like at least 200 feet tall, so 140 feet above you. And the next thing that you guys notice is you hear, what is going on? As you look up and you see the spirit of Christmas is getting slowly dragged towards this tree. And Jereme, you sense it, this immense naughty energy emanating from the tree itself. And finally, all of you notice as these creatures start swarming the bottom of the tree, heading for the top of it.
Can I, as the tree is shooting upward, I would like to run and jump off the cliff and grab it and ride it.
All right, roll act under pressure.
That's the thing I'm
you
best
guys
at.
also feel, so for this next part, we're going a little off book here. And Jonas, don't tell me the result, but keep it in mind. You guys also feel all of your luck points get sucked into this tree.
Good thing I used it already.
Exactly, good thing you used it already. The team luck as well.
Oh, no.
As the energy is drained from all of you. I apologize.
Would you say
doing
we're
that.
doomed?
No. Well, maybe.
Well, that's
maybe.
what happens when you're out of luck.
Well?
It says doomed.
You guys are going to need to succeed at least 3 times. Or sorry, 4 times.
Okay.
In order to, as I'm sure Phoebe is going for here, get that star to the top of the tree and potentially save Santa Claus.
That is, unless someone would like to help me, that is a 9.
That counts as a success.
Yeah, but it's a mixed success.
Okay. Somebody want to give them a hand?
Yeah, I'll help.
Okay.
Yeah, yeet me, Major, yeet me.
And that's the
All right, so
plan,
also
dear.
roll act under pressure.
Act under pressure. You got it. That's what? Cool?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm good at cool. I'll be in, once again, an even 10.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
Nice.
So what is it? How are you helping Phoebe?
Basic. Have you ever watched Final Fantasy Advent Children?
No.
Well,
But
there's a scene
explain.
towards the end of it in which the main character has to get to a certain point at a higher elevation. And to do that, basically, his friends just grab him and throw him up the chain.
Oh, I love it.
And so I will do that.
What I'm imagining is like Phoebe running towards the tree. You get the idea of what it is, and they just like grab Phoebe, do this like hurling, like shock put spin or discus spin, and then just throw you onto the tree. And Phoebe, you're about like halfway. It does carry you up, but you're not at the top. How are other people assisting Phoebe, distracting the monster, doing whatever?
I would like to use magic.
Okay, I love it.
All right.
Do you want to roll first and then narrate, or would you like to tell?
I'm going to roll first because depending on the roll, it's going to be.
Okay, so right now you guys have
I
one.
shouldn't say depending on the roll is what I'm trying to do, but I do have an idea in mind, and I'll narrate it as.
You guys have 1 success. You need 3 more.
Of course, now my rolls are failing again. I was doing garbage at the beginning, did good in the middle, and now I'm garbage again.
How close are you? What is it?
Not even. It's a 5.
Oh. So unfortunately the magic glitches out.
I was trying to
what were you trying to do?
I was trying to trap a minion and try and like keep the elves further down at the base of the tree.
So unfortunately you are like, all right, I'm going to imprison them in some magic, and you end up teleporting one of the minions farther up the tree next to Phoebe.
Oh, this was not my intention.
And they get an attack off on Phoebe. So Phoebe, you're going to take 1 point of damage as it slashes you.
I am protected by the spirit of Christmas!
Please, hurry! I am getting dragged into the tree!
I just like that you're just like, wait, I thought you couldn't feel pain in dreams!
No, that's also good. I have magic 1 armor, so I just go, none of this is real!
I'm gonna hit the green button in the tank that says trim. And I am going to fire baubles for Phoebe to use as like little like climbing bits.
Oh, that's so cool. All right,
I like that. That's so cool. That's a great idea. Seth, take a Jonas.
I'll take that Jonas inspiration. Oh, it feels so good.
What is this going to be? And I'll give you a +1. I'll cash in that Jonas inspiration right there.
Oh, it's not so worthless. Look at that.
It was that could be act under pressure. It could be investigate a mystery. No, just joking. It could be kick some ass or I think act under pressure probably, unless you can justify something else.
Maybe protect.
Yeah,
someone.
protect someone also would work.
I think protect someone feeds into my skill set. I'd like the first bubble to hit one of that unfortunate
we'll see how well you do here.
Anti-elf that got transported. Okay, yeah, let's see how well I do. And I get an additional +1 because of the inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah,
show an inspiration.
So it's a 9.
Okay. So 9 middling success. So you don't hit that one, unfortunately. And you launch these baubles, which give Phoebe a clear path forward, jumping up between them. However, it distracts them slightly, and another one of these creatures comes clambering around the side and takes a slash at you, and you take another point of damage. Yeah.
I protect. This is still not real.
I'm curious, Joyce, did you choose armor as one of your things? Because I know
the chosen just gets armor.
They just do. So none of this is actually going through.
Wait, hold on. I'm not going to do this thing without using my gumshoe ability.
Oh?
Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah. This is the time to pull out all the stops.
The postman always rings twice, baby.
You know they do.
Roll again.
Ring a ding ding.
That's a 10.
Woo!
Nice
number.
All right.
Nice.
There we go.
I know that number very well.
Beautiful. Okay, so I'm sorry, what was the ability again? My brain just...
So, when you're the gumshoe, you get one of your powers is the postman always rings twice. It is the only gumshoe power I've used this whole one shot.
Magic.
But twice per mystery, as long as I follow my code, which Keeper, I think we can both agree.
Yeah.
I did. You may re-roll a roll.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, so with the 10, that gremlin doesn't get the attack off on you. Not that it mattered, because you have armor, because chosens are bullshit.
None of this is still real.
Yeah, and it just gets you, and you get even closer there. So what is that? That's 3 successes now? Right?
No, I think
that's 2.
Right?
That's 2 successes now.
Fully failed, absolutely.
Yeah, okay then.
Need 2 more.
2 more. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. In my planning, I was like, there's 6 players because I'm so used to us playing with Chris right now. It is 3 successes, so just get 1 more.
Just half.
Oh, yeah, okay. Just get 1 more.
Nice.
You can do it.
So who wants to go?
Honeypot.
Both of you.
I was going to call you.
Did you already go?
Hot body.
Jeez, okay.
No.
What to do? The only thing I can really think of is kick some ass.
You want to jump into the fray and kick some little gremlin ass?
Well, not necessarily jump into the fray. I wouldn't be jumping necessarily. But as one of my gear was a juju bag that I wanted to reflavor as like it's technically a magic thing, but
beautiful.
I wanted to flavor it as like a candy bag and toss some candy into the lower branches of the tree to kind of
to try and distract them.
Distracted potentially. Okay. I don't know. It's magic. Would that hurt?
What do you want this roll to be? It could be I could see use magic. I could see act under pressure. I could see kick some ass.
I mean, it would be so cool to act under pressure and use my read about this sort of thing
do it up.
ability. Cool. That helps my roll. Bada bing. Okay. Not terrible. That's 6 plus 7, 8.
Okay.
8.
You throw it down. You see, more you like throw it straight forward because at this point they're like clambering past you guys trying to get to Phoebe, and you throw some out and you watch as several of them start fighting with each other amongst the pine as well. And let's go to the final person. I know that we've already succeeded, but I want to see what Andrew or the Major can do in this final moment where Phoebe is so close to the top.
With all the commotion going on, the Major hadn't realized that last raking across from Santa had truly damaged the already dented stomach from, I believe it was Comet that hit him.
Yeah.
And he realizes that things probably aren't going to end well for him by the time this is over.
I can heal you, Major.
No. Things aren't going to end well.
Right.
Things aren't going to end well. And
He's an
so
old toy.
I will use my final move for my class. Leave no one behind. In combat, when I help someone escape, I roll sharp. On a 10+, I get them out clean. On a 7 and 9, I can either get them out or suffer no harm, I choose. And then on a miss, I fail to get them out and I attract hostile attention.
So Phoebe isn't really trying to escape right now, but I love the flavor of this, and I think it totally works. So
Well, isn't she like getting chased down by these elves?
she
I'd
is.
be,
She's
she's escaping
trying to-
that situation.
I'm trying to escape naughtiness.
No, that's what I mean.
Concept of naughtiness.
I think it still works here. So go ahead. Let's see what this roll is.
All right,
Potentially the
let's-
last roll of the night.
And I have no luck.
No one does.
So that'll be 7.
7 in the middle just barely succeeds.
Yeah!
I think that in this final moment,
I can get them out
several of the
or suffer
elves
no harm.
jump at you, but in that moment, what does this look like?
I like to imagine I see Phoebe just about to hit the peak of that tree. And I see those, creepy little elf fellas starting to crawl up closer from around the other side.
Yeah.
It's then that I decide to leap into action myself. Basically just grab on to a couple that are getting within reach.
Mm-hmm.
And just... it doesn't help. I'm in an audio podcast. I use both of my arms to grab these gremlins.
Oh, so you're taking them
and
with you.
fall off the tree.
Oh my god, the sacrifice! Okay, yeah, well, that's definitely the hard move against you, is that you're going to fall. I think you're near the top of the tree. That's 180 feet, probably.
Indeed.
I can try and help.
Oh, let him die.
No, it's
okay.
much more
Let him
narrative.
die
It's
for
narrative.
narrative.
He wants
Honorable death
this.
is great.
He's
You
so explicit that he wants this.
Grab these gremlins that were about to get onto Phoebe and probably would have been able to get that star away with the amount of them, and you grab like 6 of them in your arms there, and you just kick yourself off. And is there any like final thing you say as you plummet to the ground? These gremlins are like all over you, like clawing and slashing at you.
Just, my dear, Christmas isn't about what you believe, but it's about the people you believe in.
You fall away, and just like this beautiful Christmas music is playing as you. And in that moment, we see you falling. It cuts back to slow motion. Everybody fighting for their lives against these elves as you guys are all getting swarmed by thousands of them. We get this amazing shot of Phoebe reaching the star up to the top of the tree. Hundreds of them swarming around, and you, bing.
Can I add one detail to
Please
this?
do.
So I get to the top of the tree, and I turn back and I look at everyone. I see Major falling, and I see Jeremy and Peppermint and Honeypot, all these people who for some reason have thrown everything in for my sake. And I reach up to the top of the tree, but I am still 12, and I can't. There's no branch that I can quite reach. So I reach in my backpack and I pull out my stuffed Brontosaurus. And which is my favorite dinosaur, and I kiss him on the forehead, and I like stick the star on him and use that as just the extra bit of length to shove it to the top of the tree.
Beautiful. You ding right on top, and then suddenly the tree just in a enormous explosion of pine needles everywhere just disappears, and you start to fall towards the ground now. And you plummet past your friends, and it's just too fast. But you guys watch as these thousands of demented elves also evaporate into this like black smoke, basically, as the naughty energy dissipates. And this tree just back down, and Phoebe, you're falling and falling and falling, when suddenly you are caught right before you hit the ground. And Santa Claus is standing there, back in his jolly old form.
Ah!
And he's just like, "Oh, Phoebe, you've done it. You've saved Christmas. Now I ask of you, what would you like for Christmas this year?"
This isn't really my thing, but I have been wanting a new bicycle.
And that is where it hard ends right there. All right, thank you all for listening. That has been Law and Order NCD. That was, I really liked that. I thought that was great.
Thank you,
timing.
Adrian, that was such a gorgeous line. I am
My
so
eyes
upset
might be watery.
that you killed yourself there at the
I
end.
teared up a little bit
that
at
was
that.
beautiful. That was beautiful. You all did
That was a really
such
good
a
one.
good job. Let's move on to the plugs here.
Woo! Yeah, so, Twitch, Bajora's Rose, at Rachel Kordell on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you.
I'm Jonas Tintenseher, Tintenseher on YouTube, Twitch, itch.io. And I'd just like to give this one a shout out to my my grandpa, my Opa.
Aw.
Oh.
That was
That's great.
beautiful. That was beautiful.
They're great.
Does he listen?
No, he's dead, but
They were
Oh,
great.
Fuck.
So yes.
Hell yeah.
he was That's where all
This
my
is the only
Jewishness comes
podcast
from.
you
Is
have.
from him through my
I
dad.
thought that's
so.
really
That's
sweet.
lovely.
And yeah,
Very
you
lovely.
mentioned them when you saw Mrs. Claus. You're like, Opa.
Yeah, Oma and Opa is
Oma.
German.
Oma, sorry.
German. It's German nicknames for grandma and grandpa. It's what my dad
Aw.
called his grandparents.
That is insanely sweet, and it definitely came through. All right, next.
You know what I want for Christmas?
What do you want,
I want
Casey?
you to go ahead and check out the Detention Entertainment Films Kickstarter in January when that comes out, because that will help get me and some good friends some work. So that'd be great. Go check that out.
Nice.
I know I said last time. I mean, Toys for Tots, that's great. I'm going to switch charities for today. I'm going to say keep it local. You know what? There's so many soup kitchens out there, so many churches and temples and other places of worship that take in toys and food and clothing for so many underprivileged kids out there who really, need a little bit of that Christmas magic. So do what you can.
Really, really
And now
sweet.
for something selfish. Do you like podcasts?
Of course you do. You listen to one.
Of course you do. You like listening to this one. And if you like listening to this one, you're going to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts because you love us so much. A written review. And if it's really great, we'll give you a shout out. Thank you for taking the time to do that. Or you can follow us on social media at RPJusters, or you can send us an email, rpjusters@gmail.com. Wrap up the podcast, put it in a present, leave it under the tree. Don't say who it's for. And then the next day, it's a secret present.
gift
The little
of
kid's
giving a
gonna be
podcast.
like, "Is this for me?" And you're gonna say, "No, please don't open it. That's explicit material."
It's also a wild concept because an audio file is not tangible.
Anyway, Sharon.
Happy holidays!
Happy holidays!
Happy holidays!
Bye!
Casey didn't get to plug.
It's a
I
Christmas
plugged
Day.
my plug.
Happy